Steak is healthier than Lucky Charms. What you see in front of you right now, this is just me giving you a little backstory before I actually show you the Rogan clip of him talking about it in episode 1927 with Forrest Galante at 28 minutes and 2 seconds. I'm Coach Colin, coolest high-performance coach in the world. And if you want the absolute best insights to the podcasts and videos you love, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. Now, as I said, and I'll just read it off for you. New government-funded food pyramid says Lucky Charms are healthier than steak. That's a real thing going on. And you can see the list right here. We got watermelon at the top, then kale, then frosted mini wheats. Let's just be clear. Everybody brings up Lucky Charms because that's like the big one to talk about. But they say frosted mini wheats are healthier than all sorts of things. And they're right below kale. So it's like whether you're choosing kale or frosted mini wheats, you're pretty much in the same range in terms of health. That's what that's what they are stating in this food pyramid. Then we have chocolate covered almonds. That's a very healthy one. Orange juice with calcium. That's all right, I guess. Honey Nut Cheerios, just below orange juice. Dates, not as healthy as Honey Nut Cheerios or chocolate covered almonds. This list is ridiculous. Now we go to the part that everybody's talking about, which is Lucky Charms right here. So Lucky Charms, bang, whole wheat bread. So Lucky Charms are healthier than whole wheat bread, but we go to the bottom. What do they say at the bottom? Whole eggs in butter, cheddar cheese, ground beef. And this is why they're saying that Lucky Charms is healthier than steak. If you've been hearing that salacious title, that's the reason why. Now, I just wanted to give you that list. And again, it's, if you look here, if you look at the green, to be encouraged, to be moderated, to be minimum, to be minimized. So you shouldn't be eating any of these. You should kind of keep this in moderation. That's skinless chicken breast. Just keep in mind, skinless chicken breast is at 61, Lucky Charms 62. So whether you want to eat chicken breast or Lucky Charms, you're basically in the same range. That is crazy. But I just wanted to show you this actual list, just so the clip that I'm about to show you makes a little more sense. Let's get into it. Let me just switch over here. Boom. There's the man himself. Let's hear this clip.
As to all the food, and you really wanted to live an optimal lifestyle, I do think that organs are primary. It's like eating liver and eating heart is very, very good for you. And then eating red meat, especially like lean red meat, is very good for you.
It's all about Lucky Charms. I saw your post.
Isn't that nuts?
That was wild.
Isn't that nuts that that's a real like NIH-funded food chart that places Lucky Charms above eggs?
There were so many things too, not just the Lucky. I mean, that was preposterous, but there were so many things that
chocolate-covered almonds.
Right. That's
like,
healthier than a steak.
Off. That's candy.
Exactly.
That's literally chocolate. Yeah, there's almonds, but it's fucking chocolate, which is sugar and some cacao.
Yeah. That was wild.
Straight horse shit. Like, these people are criminals.
Yeah.
They're all being paid off. They've all been paid off by these big food corporations.
By the big food, industries.
For sure. Well, it's been proven that, like, there's been a bunch of these people that are, like, fat doctors that are trying to tell you that there are no junk foods, and it's really shaming people. Yeah, big fat ladies that are saying this. You know, the same kind of ones that don't want you using the term fat.
Sure.
But they're being paid off by like these companies that make like fucking ho-hos,
Oreos, and blah,
cookies
blah, blah.
and shit.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean that kind of food, not maybe not those in specific, but those kinds of foods where they're readily available at supermarkets. In general, other than rice and some beans and some other stuff that you get in the center of the grocery store, all the shit around the edges is what you want. You want the stuff that's fresh. You want the stuff like the vegetables, like they have to they replace them all the time.
Yeah.
That shit in the boxes in the middle, most of that stuff's not good for you.
Of course.
Unless it's canned or bottled. You know, I mean, there's tomato sauces and stuff that's in the center that's fine for you.
Still packed with sugar though, right?
Some of them. I mean, there's organic ones that aren't. But the outside, that's what you want.
Yep.
You want where the milk is, where's the cheese, where's the eggs. It's on the outside. It's refrigerated.
Yep. There's a reason you have to eat it fresh.
Yeah, you got to eat it quick.
Right.
And it's it's really like a lot of the stuff, like especially like pasteurized and homogenized milk. There's a real good argument that that's not even good because your body's like, what is this weird liquid protein stuff? This is not like, where's the enzymes that are supposed to be available in raw milk?
So what's your feeling on like a protein shake? Like you're doing this carnivore thing, you're obviously getting tons of protein. You're not doing a protein shake as well, are you?
No, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're eating meat, most of what I'm eating is meat and eggs.
Sure.
That's mostly what I'm eating.
That's a dream diet, really.
But the thing is, I feel great.
Yeah.
My mind, I'm very clear-headed, and I have a lot of energy. It's like every time I do it, every January, I'm like, God, why don't I eat this way all the time? The problem is I'm a glutton.
Yeah.
And I really love pasta, and I really love cheeseburgers, and I really love pizza.
I love pizza as well. But I'm actually on the same type of diet he is. I only eat once a day. I eat at night, and it's ground beef, eggs, chicken, cheese, and like I make it into like a patty. Like it's like an omelet with all those things in it, and then I have a banana and some raw honey, and that's it. Banana, pineapple, raw honey, done. Feels absolutely great. I've already lost like 8 pounds, so feeling good about it. But the reason that I show this clip is because, or the reason that I show this article and this clip is because you cannot leave your health the same way you can't leave your mindset in the hands of somebody else, the same way you can't leave your future in the hands of somebody else. You cannot leave your health in the hands of anybody else. You need to do your own research. Maybe the diet that I just said to you doesn't work for you at all. Maybe you need to eat 3 times a day. Maybe you don't. Maybe you need to, you have to look into it. You have to look into it yourself. Because if there are people who just follow this food pyramid stuff, they just say, what's the new food pyramid say? And they literally just follow whatever it says. I know people that do that. And they have so many health issues. And they're like, I just don't get why. It's just, I guess it's just the way things are. And it's like, it's not. You cannot just follow things blindly. And now I'm not going to put on a tinfoil hat and talk about the government and what they have in mind for you. Because the video's not about that. There's some stuff I could say. But what it's really about is you taking that type of stuff into your own hands, figuring out what feels good for you. I figured out bread doesn't feel good to me. I figured out that there's certain things I just can't eat, like I have to stay away from. It's just the way it is, If you leave it in the hands of the government, in the hands of anybody who doesn't know you, because every person's different, you're going to have a lot of issues. And I know it's easier. I know it's much easier to just leave it up to somebody else, to just read a thing and be like, oh, I guess that's what I have to do. I know it's way easier to do that, but for longevity, it is going to be way better for you to figure out what works for you. Is it steak that works for you? Is it chicken? Is it beef? Is it being vegan? Some people are vegan and they feel great. Some people are vegetarian. Some people are pescatarian. You got to figure it out. I've been vegan before. It fucked me right up. I couldn't do it. It messed me up even to this day. I've only just got out of the deficiencies that I acquired from being vegan. Some people will be like, oh, you didn't do it right. It's like, no, it's just not right for me. I've been vegetarian. It just wasn't right for me. I've done the carnivore diet. Wasn't right for me. I love fruits. I love meat. I love cheese. I put all those together and I feel absolutely amazing. Then I figured out I eat too many times in a day. I feel like garbage. I eat once a day. I feel absolutely amazing. Like right now I feel great. So you got to figure it out. Don't leave it in the hands of somebody else. Don't just hear what I said and be like, oh, I'm going to do that. Figure it out. Try everything. It's your life. It's your life, your health. You can't leave your health in the hands of anybody else. And I'm not saying don't go to doctors and don't listen to doctors, but you got to test out things yourself as well when it comes to food. I'm not talking about, medication and stuff. I'm talking about food. You got to figure out what works for you. And for God's sakes, don't follow this list. Don't. Okay? Lucky Charms are not healthier than steak, okay? I'll put all my money on it. All my money on it. All right? I'm out.